Alright, first and foremost, I want to say we back in this thing, man. And by this thing, I'm referring to Words on the Earth TV Zone.
Yes, sir.
It's been a minute. You can put the blame on me. You know, I've been going through some mental blunders, you know, trying to reestablish myself in this world. You know what I'm saying? I got a little comfortable, but that's for another time, another place. But you know, I'm back. It's your boy, the tip toppers of them all, tip top FRIP. I got my brother Mike MUSA in the building, aka Banco, aka De Niro, aka Euros, aka Cryptos, all those, yeah. And over here, I got my brother from another. We go way back, you know, Adventures of. Shout out to all of those who know what that is.
Ooh, that's the real throwback.
But yeah, we got the. You can say self-proclaimed, but it is what that's the facts. It's the truth. We got the King of Garland in the building with us today. HERC.
We out here, man. What's up with you?
Happy
to be back, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Now, before we get this King of Garland, for those who may not know, like, explain to them, like, what comes with that mantle.
How you get the crown, man? Talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Man, by putting in work. It's about what you do. You know what I'm saying? First of all, shout out to everybody in the city, man. Ain't Garland, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of love. Like, I wouldn't be where I am, where we going without everybody. So I acknowledge that. But no, man, it's just, you know, I never understood why people didn't want to, you know, put on for Garland, man. We the great city,
so
man.
Folks, you saying folks left the crown on the table?
He left it on the table. Literally, for the table. Yeah, so it's like, man, why would I not put it? I'm from here and did it all here. Like,
question before what happens when somebody else wants it? Like, what
they gotta come take it. And like he said, you know what I'm saying? How you get it, you put in the work, man. The work speaks for itself. It's not about me just saying. It's about you gotta go look at the numbers. You gotta go look at the products. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at the work. It speaks for itself, man. So shout out Garland, KOG, man.
Okay. I want to say today. I want to shout out everybody. You know what today is?
What's today?
It's today. Today is today. So we gonna look at this 30 years from now. Today, whatever day you watching, that's today. Today, I want you to make yourself a better person. Put somebody first today. And pretty much you just understand that the world is bigger than you today. You know, tomorrow and yesterday was bigger than you, but today specifically, the world is bigger than you, and what you want isn't always what's best for everybody else. But today, just take a seat back and just put it in perspective and realize that today ain't guaranteed for nobody. But you're here today. You know what I'm saying?
It's the most important day in the world right
today,
now.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So with that being said, let's get into it. And we got a couple on the chart today, but I want to hop into this the black man's ultimate challenge. You can say it's not a woman. It's not even the police. It's them courts, it's that legal system.
It's
that's guilty until proven innocent. You know what I'm saying? That's how did being entangled in it, because you've been entangled in it for almost a decade, bro. And on a situation like you can't go to in depth, but on a situation where it's like you ain't nobody trying to, but you know, progress in this world, but it's just things like that that's keeping that anchor. You know what I'm saying? You can't leave the state. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of things that come with that.
Yeah, nah, man, you really said it all. Like, it's crazy how they, you know what I'm saying? How they really created a system that can hold us down. Cause mind you, every black man I know got their fingerprints in the system, whether it be for one reason or another.
I got my tax and everything.
Yeah, so like when you think of it like that, and then when you think of the fact that it literally says that all forms of slavery is illegal except for in bondage and penitentiary, it's like it makes sense how the system, whether in mind you, it's not just in financially. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? I just got out in January, but man, I done paid literally over $100,000 in legal fees in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? So like, you can't move like you spoke on, bro. That the system keep you from being able to move certain places, do certain things. They put a mark on you, then you automatically, marked out for certain jobs. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's and my point being, it's by design. You know what I'm saying?
It's not even.
Yeah, like it's
not
a
even like
reason.
to be, but that's just the facts. Even not even just like just in all forms of the court. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like the black man. You can say all men, but specifically the black man. Like you gotta fight for everything.
Oh yeah,
even your, you know what I'm saying? Even
your child.
Yeah, your own. You know what I'm saying?
They demasculate, and it's part of, like you said, back to the systematic fact. Like, you know what I'm saying? They make us seem, the courts even fighting for child rights. You know what I'm saying? Whether, mind you, it's not a child support and all that other shit. It's a way to demasculize men, because I mean, who don't want to be in their kid's life? But when you put it through, when you got to go through hoops and shit. Which I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Mind you, I'm gonna do whatever I can to be my kid's life. Okay. But I understand they put some people through so many hoops just to try to be a father. And then what's the joke? Oh, black men don't have fathers. You know what I'm saying? And I hate that some of our own women, be the ones to put us through that. But I mean, like I said, the systematic falls from far. So I'm not placing blame on nobody. We all really victims. You know what I'm saying? The black woman and the black man. But it's just like, damn, bro. The system is the real oppression. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I be trying to wrap my head around it. I be trying to wrap my hand around it like it's little as it comes. Cause in my early 20s, I stayed out the way of all that. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I did my most dirt, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's where I did like the most of my, the mess, the stuff that I should have been.
Since you did get caught.
Yeah. But now it's like the minimum. I feel like so the minimals is like. It shows me like just doing minimal things, and when you get intertwined into that system,
you in there for life.
Yeah, it just.
I mean,
it's a revolving door, bro.
We don't even think of it like this, like, bless you. You know what I'm saying? We don't even think of it like this though, bro. Like, it's fucked up that like your fingerprints, whether it be for tickets, you got court dates, it could be minor shit like you trying to get your. Why the fuck is our 99% of black men before we die gonna have our fingerprints in the database, and we so used to it that we don't even realize that you know what I'm saying, white people go their whole lives and you pull them over and they can't pull up nothing on you because you're not even in a database.
Yeah.
Every time we get pulled over, we get your name's in the database, we got your fingerprints, and I be, you know what I'm saying, don't call me a theorist or whatever you want to call it, but it's like. That's crazy that they got ID, because I mean, who to say that at some point they're gonna start putting places and putting your fingerprints and putting your DNA in places. Yeah. You go to TDC, they swap you, they got your DNA forever. Bro, so any crimes happen, they running your DNA first.
That all comes from J. Edgar Hoover, who ran the FBI for about 40, 50 years.
Oh yeah.
He was known as an openly wicked racist.
Right.
So like, you talk about the system.
It's by design.
Just that, the whole fingerprint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? System. That's who that shit comes from.
It's by design, bro. So that's why, man. So like, kind of. I'm sorry, just to follow up on that, man. That's why I ain't gonna lie, like I've said before.
And you're in this shit for 50 years. You know what I'm saying?
You in this shit forever, like.
He ain't had like no terms, no shit.
No, I mean, Kanye said it. Racism's still alive. They just be concealing it, which is even worse because it gets by some people. But that's why when that saying, I'm rooting for everybody black, because if you really understand what people have to go through just to win, just to try to get ahead, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole different world, man. Shit. But shout out to everybody, man. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's beating the odds, man. Whatever the odds are, I just want to give a salute to keep working, keep grinding, keep shining, man. Like,
that's all we can
understand, man. Beat the odds.
Yeah, that's all we can do.
It's a positive podcast.
Sure.
We're trying to put out a positive message, you know what I'm saying? We still gonna keep it real, though.
Yeah.
Speaking of keeping it real, Mike, what's up with your boy, man?
Oh, no. Okay, see, now let's talk about the black plight, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, me.
Not to get too cultured in this thing.
No. But, we're gonna talk about sports in it, you know what I'm saying? Because it can happen in different lanes, you know what I'm saying? Henry, former black quarterback, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We all appreciate sports. I'm pretty sure people watching this appreciate sports. Justin Fields, you know what I'm saying?
They trying to dog my guy.
His entire career since high school has been him and Trevor Lawrence right here. Boom, boom, boom. NFL draft come around, now all of a sudden he's stupid.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden he don't like football.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, he really can't read and shit. Like, what are y'all talking about?
Nah, I said this early too, bro. I feel like, and I remember thinking this when, I don't know if y'all remember, you remember when Mitchell Trubisky came out? And I remember all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it was like Mitchell Trubisky, the top quarterback, and I was like, bro, where did this come from? I seen like, where's he from? I didn't know what
We saw
college.
Deshaun Watson be the best quarterback in college football.
Yeah, and all of a sudden Mitchell, and so like, and I hate to use that great white hope term, but it's like a great white hope, bro. Like I'm like, what? And I feel like the same thing. Like you said, it's been Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields. The production, you got the tape, you got the production at the high in the Big Ten,
high school
at the highest level.
That's what I'm saying.
And then all of a sudden, it's Mac Jones before him.
You outplayed Trevor Lawrence.
Right.
You know what I'm
beat him
saying?
head to head. Right.
Yeah, not to be the dark horse, but being that I am a Rams fan, thank God for white privilege.
Because you gonna get him out the
I do not want to see him in San Francisco. I'm good on that, man. Mac Jones, pull up. Let's get it.
Nah, for real.
We say like we got a victim.
But I ain't gonna lie too. I ain't gonna lie too.
We got a victim.
You know what I'm hoping? You know what I'm hoping? I'm hoping he slide to the Patriots and he gonna him and Bill gonna terrorize the league for 20 years. It's gonna be sick.
That's a good thing, though.
That's
the
good.
lower you go, the better
situation you get. Yeah. Except for that whole, and that's why San Francisco throw a whole screw in it though.
Yeah.
Because San Francisco's a good spot.
It's a good situation.
You know what I'm saying? It's a great at a 3-pick.
But Mac Jones not gonna do what he's supposed to do though.
We watched him on film. He goes to running back.
You don't know that, bro.
With the top wide receiver.
He might hold it down, man. He might.
Man, he look like
He's not better than Jimmy Garoppolo. But listen, he's not better than Jimmy.
He look like Jimmy.
Yeah, they like I take Jimmy more athletic.
Y'all drafted the same
All right,
person.
man.
How y'all gonna draft?
Yeah, Jimmy more athletic, but no.
All that being said,
This could have different.
they holding that boy Justin Fields.
No, for real.
Like but like I said, I'm thankful because a team in my division is home. But in the big picture, he's a dog, and he should be like Zach Wilson is nice, but he should be going number 2 to the New York Jets.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Justin Fields should be.
The
debate should be for number 1 if it's Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields. That should be the debate.
But I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm curious to see like when does you know what I'm saying? Because now we're getting to a point where it's a lot of black quarterbacks. We done seen Cam MVP quarterback and stuff. When does that stop, bro? Like what is it? Deshaun Watson, you know, despite
it's that whole high risk, high reward thing for me. Because besides Russell Wilson, every top tier black quarterback that window is like 5 years. Like Vic was a dog. Tabor granted them 2 years of jail kind of took 2 of his prime years away, but the it's a high reward when they own, but they're risk because when you're running, you know things are liable to happen.
Yeah, mind you, but we realizing too now. I see what and you're right, but like now, mind you, with Vic part of it is he was with the Falcons for most of it, which were trash.
Facts.
And then when he went to the Eagles, he really balled out. You know what I'm saying?
And look at RG3, his
injuries, and with a trash, you know what I'm saying?
They literally ran him into the ground.
They
didn't trust him.
Cam got ran into the ground, but he was an injury.
See, but here's the thing about Cam. People trying to bring up Cam. Cam injuries came from when he was in the pocket.
For real?
When he messed up his shoulder, he was in the pocket. He got tackled like that. He messed up his shoulder. All of Cam's injuries happened when he was in the pocket.
But
that's what I'm trying to say. It's
but wear and tear too, though. But wear and tear too. They were running him like Cam was a running back. Cam was your power back.
Cam like doing that shit.
Yeah, he too. I mean, he was the most package. Yeah.
That's the thing about that's the benefit and that's the high risk and that's the reward.
Well, shit, because Andrew Luck the same way. Except he wasn't ran like that, but the injury.
But I'm saying it's football.
It's football, right.
So like you can't tell me if you see a special talent, you're gonna say, oh, well, we're scared he's gonna get hurt. Bro, Mac Jones can go out there and get Alex Smith by Aaron Donald in game 2.
In the pocket.
At the end of the day, it's football.
No,
you grab the best player, period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially Justin Fields don't got no injury history.
No injury history. No
RG3 tore ACLs in college. You could have saw that coming.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson tore ACLs in college. You low-key could have saw that coming. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Cam was healthy. He really didn't get hurt till like what, year 9, year 10? You know what I'm saying? So like,
no, you're right.
You gotta.
But I think I ain't gonna lie. It's still part of that. You know what I'm saying? We a stigma. We like to think the head of a team being.
That's not what they say. See, what Dre said is valid.
Yeah.
But that's not what they say. What they say for Justin Fields and black quarterbacks is, oh, he can't see the field that well.
Right.
Oh, he holds on to the ball. Oh, he see if his first read isn't open.
Yeah.
Oh, he starts to struggle. Yeah. We don't know mentally. What Dre said is valid.
Right.
And if that's what I was hearing, then okay, maybe because Zach Wilson, Mac Jones, they don't put themselves at risk as Trey Lance or Justin Fields.
Right.
Okay.
But they don't make next level
But
plays.
that's not what they say.
Right.
What they're saying is Justin Fields raw. What's raw about him?
Yeah.
What you talking about?
He wanted to be is raw.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's raw like in a sling.
Well, you know what? Shout out to I ain't gonna lie to watching too. That's why representation matters. Because shout out to Ryan Clark and them that's really stepping up and saying like,
Dominique Foxworth. That's why black voices are important.
They're important because they actually step up and saying like, hold on, before you put these stigmas that we used to hear about black quarterbacks, show me why you saying that.
Exactly. Show
your
your
work.
work.
That's not the film I'm seeing.
Show your work.
Show your work. Period.
The numbers say that 60% of Mac Jones' yards came after the catch.
After the catch.
He had 2 first-round wide receivers. He had a first-round running back and a first-round offensive line. Like,
So let's really sit there and make sense.
Let's graph the whole picture.
And that makes because you watch TV and if you're not, you hearing all these guys telling you this and that and varsity.
Mac Jones is so smart.
Yeah, and it's everybody's so
his IQ is so.
Okay, look, y'all. We're gonna
switch gears.
Sorry, I'm sorry. You know, black quarterbacks.
For the ladies, the homies, keep going. But we ain't gonna
go over here this shit.
All right, but we gonna take a lane. We gonna bounce back because a nigga been outside. You know, I've been secluded in my cocoon. You know, just kind of just like in my head. But I went outside this weekend, you know, and COVID non-existent in Texas. We never sit back in this thing.
Oh God,
day parties were jumping. You know what I'm saying? We was out here. You know what I'm saying? It was good. Like it's weird. But if you think about it while you're in the moment, but you know, I feel like everybody outside, we living in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's thinking about what could happen. It's just everybody's just more happy to be outside again. And it looked good. Like when I moved back, it was in the middle of COVID and it was dead. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't feel like Dallas, but going out to Dallas back.
Even speaking of that too, like concerts and shit coming back, niggas performing again. You know what I'm saying? That means more money about to circulate, you know what I'm saying, in the music world. You know, I'm in the music world, but like, performances coming back, so I mean,
but it's
funny. A good
thing. Even today, I walked into a smoke shop, and when I walked out, is when I realized, damn, I was the only motherfucker in there with a mask on.
Niggas
like, none of the employees had masks on.
Right.
And I wasn't even tripping because, they had the little glass thing, but I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they kept their distance. There wasn't no glass between us, but they kept their distance. But like,
I ain't gonna lie, this is a political question. Y'all getting shots?
I'm gonna get vaccinated eventually.
Okay.
I am because my whole childhood household, everybody got it. So when everybody trying to turn up, and I can't mess on the family, vacations and shit. And
my people got vaccinated too.
I'm going to Nigeria later this year too. So.
You go back to home.
So you ain't been up on a plane or nothing. Just.
No, but it's funny when my mom was last in Nigeria when she was out there wearing her mask. She said people was looking at her crazy. She said people was looking at her like she had COVID. Like out there, you had a mask on, they just assumed you got COVID.
Yeah, that's why you
like staying away from her.
Damn.
Her feel weird.
But I mean, I ain't gonna lie, this shit probably even because I remember reports earlier like why isn't it affecting Africa like everybody else?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's because they're getting the nutrients from fruits.
I think it's because disease is like out there.
It's either one or two things. One, it just ain't get there because the traveling isn't as frequent as maybe other places. Or two, niggas just don't care about that shit. And if they died, they died.
Yeah.
I feel like it's one of those things.
Yeah, it's like the flu shit. Because
especially when they say it attacks the old, I feel like a lot of people will just assume, okay, he old, he died. You know what I'm saying?
Because flu kills the older and weaker immune system. So we used to hear flu deaths. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, it makes sense. We said that last part. We kind of talked about it last podcast.
But at the same time, it does affect everybody differently. You know
what I'm saying?
There are young people who, like even Jason Tatum, like ever since he got COVID, he needs an inhaler now. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit really changed his lifetime.
Yeah, but that being said, just treat this shit accordingly. Like, can't tell nobody what to do. We human beings, and we gonna live or we not gonna live.
Stop spreading that bullshit about the vaccine being like some shit that'll make you worse, being some shit like people really spend some dumbass.
I ain't gonna lie, they tell the people that already got 2 shots they gotta come in for another shot, Mike.
You said what?
I'm gonna be curious. If somebody if they come back out saying the people that got 2, y'all gotta come get 1 more. Like why?
Wait, what you mean?
Like I'm saying that if like Johnson & Johnson, they have to pull the shot. If things come back, cause They think people come back because they're saying people are still getting sick with the 2 shots, but
Still getting sick with COVID?
I don't necessarily know.
It's not supposed to make you not get
Yes,
sick for the rest of your life.
obviously not. But I'm saying it's not 100%.
Man, it's just been 98.9% effective.
Okay.
Niggas gotta
You-
listen to doctors, listen to the CDC, listen to the World Health Organization.
Yeah.
Don't listen to your auntie, don't listen to your uncle,
Yeah.
or your cousin, or your nigga on Facebook. I know you love them, I know you respect them,
Yeah.
but they are not health officials. Listen to the official health officials. They do that shit for a reason.
Yeah.
That makes
You know what I'm
sense.
saying? I'm not saying the government ain't conspiracies. This ain't one of them, my nigga. Get your shots.
My nigga made it. Shit. I'm gonna have to go get one.
Appreciate that, Mike.
Yeah, man, gotta do what I can.
Yeah. But you want to jump into this next subject, Mike?
Oh yeah. Seeing as we do have an artist on the table, you know what I'm saying? Right now, my nigga RGC.
What's up, man?
What do you think? You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta make it specific to you, but just like, what are keys you feel like an artist in 2021? What do you have to do to progress in this music industry? What are keys? Even though you're an artist who's trying to figure it out yourself, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you feel like are the biggest keys?
Man, in 2021, the keys for artistry, for one, is consistency. That's one thing I realized. Is like, because we in such a microwave time, and there's always new artists coming in, there's always new shit dropping, always. If they're not seeing you consistently working, if they're not seeing your art, you easily get forgotten about. You know what I'm saying? So consistency. And then 2, I ain't gonna lie, with anything else, bro, it's like it take money to make money. Promotion and marketing, bro. And that's like, you know what I'm saying? It kind of go back to consistency, but like literally, you gotta put your art and yourself in position to be seen, be heard. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, and nowadays, the dollar rules it. You gotta pay for, you gotta pay for promotion. You gotta pay for certain marketing. And a lot of speaking of consistency too, if you can, a lot of it's about getting on something, not one-time promotions, monthly promotions. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that so about budgeting and stuff. So, cause that's like I said, we in the day of, you know what I'm saying, the independent artists, cause we do have access to it, but it still costs.
For
That's
sure.
what people don't realize. Like we get stuck on the independent, like, oh, I can just drop music.
Yeah, fuck labels and this shit costs.
Right. You can just drop music, but I guarantee a million other niggas drop music that same day, and what's gonna make me listen to yours?
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? You could be, and mind you, talent, you could be fired, bro, but it's just like,
You know, sometimes a nigga need to be on that Spotify banner.
oh God, bro, it's
Gonna be on the banner one time.
Spotify, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie, like people don't realize too a lot of this shit, cause we live in an algorithmic time, bro. You gotta break algorithms, and that's just with anything you do. How do you break them? You gotta get put up front. You gotta get people. You gotta get comments. You gotta get, you know what I'm saying, shares and stuff.
Likes.
Right. So it's like, so man, we just live in that time where like,
on the Black Mirror.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna go like all your videos. I'm
bro,
gonna subscribe, but I'm gonna go make sure I like all your videos.
I appreciate that, man. That help, and if y'all listen to that, that's what friends and love gonna do, because get your loved ones, you know what I'm saying, your friends and shit. Tell them like, hey, sometimes, and some people do it just out of ignorance, bro. They don't know, like, hey, can you go like and comment my shit, because it really helps my algorithm. And that was my problem at first for a long time too, because I always felt like, you know what I'm saying, if I gotta ask, it's not love, because I do support, you know what I'm saying.
Sure.
But then I started realizing too, like, it's not that sometimes it's just people don't really realize that, hey, this really affects my nigga shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, like, comment, subscribe.
Right.
There's a reason to do that.
It's a reason.
Yeah, well, since we on there, man, HERC on the way.
Ooh, yeah, with the feature from my nigga Tip Top FRIP, the only feature on the whole album.
That was going hard too.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, yes, the
Fucking
intro.
let me hear my own shit.
Yeah, man, shout out.
I recorded it tonight. I recorded like a month ago, and I don't even remember what it said.
He won't even let me. That's, you know how Fox is. Like, shout out to Sean Fox, man. We've been in the Fox den working, man. It's a lot of magic in there.
Yeah.
We got like Dre said, Tip Top FRIP, HERC album coming. And as King of Garland, I'm having the album released in Garland, Texas, at Pete's. You know what I'm saying? The date gonna come soon, but definitely if you fucking with me, man, I appreciate it. It's all love. Come out there, come get a drink with me, come listen, man. But
pull up.
yeah, man, HERC, I ain't gonna lie, it's special to me, bro, cause like, you know, me personally, which I'm sure like it should feel like this every time, but I really feel like this is the best collection of art that I've ever put out. You know what I'm saying? It's 10 songs, and like, I let myself be vulnerable on it. You know what I'm saying? I was coming through a time where shit, I was in and out. Like, I just got out in January, recorded some songs. We were trying to do it, 2020, but I got locked up. Like, so it's just real. It's real heartfelt. It's real genuine. And it's a different sound. I feel like, you know what I'm saying. The thing I love about it too, you know what I'm saying, is Dre be able to contest. Like, we really manifested a sound that you can't get nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of one thing I like. That's one thing too. I'm sorry to go back to artists. Be secure in your sound. Don't let people tell you that you gotta go sound like the industry, because who gets on sounding like something that's already on? You don't. And I think that's a problem too.
That can be hard, especially when some of the trends seem easy to hop on.
Right.
Especially when it's like, damn, this gonna flow. I can low key.
No. And which is wavy, and there's a time and place for that. But I have arguments with people about that, because like sometimes I ain't gonna lie, like when we spoke about this, like people want to hear a certain sound from me, or they expect a certain sound from me, and then when they don't get it, it's kind of like almost a disappointment. But I have to tell them like, wow, you know what I'm saying? If I came out rapping like, the Baby, or if I came out rapping like, make Future sound, why would you listen? Or Little Baby, the hottest, you know what I'm saying? If I came out rapping like Little Baby and the same stuff, why would you listen to me and not Little Baby? You can't get on, you know what I'm saying? I can't get on. Listen.
Trying to follow.
Yeah, like it doesn't work.
I think that's my detachment from like the whole music scene. Like, as much as I like, spend time focusing and creating the sound, the discouraging part comes just like, people being stuck in that mental box. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm sorry to speak on that too. Like, you're 100% right. But what I realize is, and this is just kind of like on some science shit. Like, what do labels do? They force feed you the sound until you like it, and that's where that promotion and continuous marketing do. I'm gonna make you hear my sound so much. And mind you though, I've worked and what I'm saying, we work in craft to make our best sound. You know what I'm saying?
And if you really think about it, Atlantic Records, now that you said that, like you said that about labels, Atlantic Records, every major artist that they've kind of majorly invested in, it kind of felt like they oversaturated themselves. The Baby, Megan, and Cardi B.
Shit, Wiz signed Atlantic off the jump too, didn't he?
Oh yeah, they made Wiz go pop though.
Yeah.
So that's
but think about it, like,
I just feel like everybody else, they just kind of got oversaturated.
No, 100%.
Because niggas fuck with the Baby when he first came out.
Yeah, but it's his.
But now
and then it's I'm tired of the flow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, which is weird.
But,
that's a weird thing.
But which is weird.
Because you fuck with it, you fuck with it.
Right, and people have their distinct sound, but I understand it in the fact that like especially as an artist, I understand like my favorite artist being Future. Future's range is crazy.
We could have a whole episode about Future.
Right.
That's also why
I want to write a dissertation on Future.
Right, literally, bro.
I'm not even gonna cap to you.
It's so different.
It's really been a decade. And Future don't have a Grammy. Not even a.
Oh, that makes me sick.
That's
why the Grammys are dead though, bro. That's why I know like.
But it's like it's Atlanta, and Atlanta's been like the hotbed.
Yeah.
And Future's been the highest level, the most consistent in the past decade, 10 years since same damn time.
Yeah, literally, bro. Since Tony Montana, like before. Like, you right, bro. But that's when I ain't gonna lie too though. But that's why, especially in hip hop, we realizing more and more and accepting more and more that like the commercial shit.
True.
Doesn't mean whatever. Like, your shit hot because niggas fucking with your shit, and niggas know, nigga, if you get Future, like, yeah, Future coming. Hey. Future doesn't put like this. I put like this. Who does it make sense? Because we all know if you're in the game, Joe Budden said, if you're in the game, you know Drake is the biggest in the world. Okay, who else can do a joint album with Drake? Like, think about that. And it makes sense. We're like, hey, bro, it makes sense for us to do a joint album. I'm gonna get just as much exposure and love from.
No, because the Future that run that Future was on at the time
was crazy.
Even Drake, the biggest in the run, was like, "Hey,
I need that.
It makes sense for both of us."
I mean, and he just came back. And mind you, forgetting Drake just dropped. What's the song? Then they doing too much. They don't miss. You know what I'm saying? So like, so that's where I think we understand like Grammy and no, even Little Baby not getting a Grammy last year, bro. We knew Little Baby was the hottest in the fucking world.
The Grammys wouldn't even invite Little Baby if he didn't make that. It's bigger than Black and White.
Right.
They wouldn't even invite him.
And he was on his story.
Them crackers ain't give a fuck about We Paid.
Oh, and that was an anthem.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? That's an anthem.
club.
You started out with 14 grams, now you up 14 M's, nigga. What the fuck?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like
That's
that's
what you
how.
talk about get shot by the police, nigga.
And then you want to listen. So, but like that's
How
why.
you get the invite?
You know what I'm saying? But that's why we more. It's more accepting now. Like you see most artists, hip hop artists talking about like
Fuck the Grammy.
fuck a Grammy, my nigga.
But the Grammys does help with your quote though. That's undeniable.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean it's money, but like
The
Future
Grammy,
get the bag though.
the Grammy showed they ass to me when Kanye pissed on they shit and they still get
and then one. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
But
Like,
that shows you that like the Grammys don't give a fuck about nothing.
They don't give a fuck about
and then mind
They
you,
ignore the weekend.
right. But even speaking on that, on Kanye, mind you, Kanye's a GOAT, one of the GOATs. I'm not fighting none of that.
You can't.
But Kanye is not in his bag like he was before, and nowhere near.
Yeah.
But he did make the best gospel album. I will give him
Oh,
that.
yeah,
I will give
How
him
many
that.
gospel albums did you bump in the past
Well,
year?
exactly.
That's
Exactly. I don't
hard,
listen to
though.
gospel, so like
Yeah,
exactly.
that's what I'm saying.
You
I
know
mean,
what
just
I'm
by default.
Father, I stand.
saying?
Stretch my
Now that-
hands to you.
Yeah, that's the one.
Like, this is what your life like.
On a white fight, looking
Yeah.
like a sight.
Yeah.
Like,
Man,
that
they
was
Talking
fire.
to
That
my
was
daddy
fire.
and they told me then they Christ like.
Yeah. Screaming at the roof, just
Yeah.
like, yeah, that was fire. Yeah,
Yeah, you know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
Kanye. I mean, he's a
What's
musical
good?
genius, but I mean, we just
Even
even.
that Ye album, I told you when it dropped. You know what I'm saying? We had to talk about that.
Yeah, but you know, I still
Exactly.
appreciated it for what it was.
Ghost Town was fire though.
I appreciate, like, it's a lot of albums that people don't appreciate that, like, I kind of put on a high kind of, like,
That's true.
Cudi is one of my favorite artists, and, like, his
Speeding Bullet to
Speed
Heaven.
the Bullet to Heaven, bro, like, that's one of those projects where, like, I guess it was a time period thing for me. I would just maybe been, like, just,
He
like,
was on shrooms. Then.
no, that's not the case. That's not the case. It was just, it was honestly, it was darker than that. You know, I was depressed as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sure.
I could tell that Cudi was, me and Cudi like linked, that we linked. He called me in a moment. Like, he dropped it at the same time that Earl dropped I Don't Like Shit, I Don't Go Outside. It was just like a whole album compilation of albums just like dedicated to like my mood and whatever year that was. There's just a lot of albums that just like
Shit hit you different.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, and I think that's what we're getting back to too. Is like the best albums are felt.
No kidding.
Like it's one thing, like we hear your music, you know what I'm saying, and it might take a little longer because I ain't gonna lie, that's what I'm gearing to. Is like, you know what I'm saying, it's not just for you to hear my music. I make music for people, you know what I'm saying, especially for people that's going through or been through what I've been through, and then for people that's going through, you know, different struggles to feel, to understand what it's like to overcome.
Yeah, I make music to just get shit off my chest.
Yeah.
No
I feel like if I don't got shit to talk, I feel like if I ain't got shit on my chest, it's hard for me to like get in that zone. Cause I went 2020, I had nothing for nobody. Like it's just like I made like a hook or two.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But this year, like with the baggage that's been thrown in my backpack, you know what I'm saying, with all the tools and you know the necessities I've got in my backpack.
Yeah.
I got lots to talk about, and it makes that shit a lot easier and
Well,
smoother.
no, I think that makes sense too, because I always make my best music seem like after I go through something, after I get out, I get locked up and come out or some shit, I get released, and it's like, but yeah, that makes sense. What was you gonna ask?
I was gonna ask because some people say that the Grammys of nowhere are just like Lil Baby and Future, and because if you look at the niggas who got nominated for Best Rap Album this past year, it was niggas like Nas, Freddie Gibbs, niggas who albums have like
Excuse me, guys.
are more, you know, they're more conceptual. You know what I'm saying? Like there's more of an overall theme that we're going with here. Like King's Disease was Nas's album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the entire album had like a theme, or like a Jay-Z, a 444, Kendrick, Good Kid, Mad City. Where I guess these Grammy niggas, even though the music is fire, the art is at a high level, they don't appreciate it because the entire project to them sounds like more of a collection of songs. We're talking about Future and Lil
Well, you talking,
Baby.
but you talking about best album of the year.
And I was about to bring that up. I was gonna bring it up. Like, I appreciate people that can appreciate a collection of work.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because an album, to put somebody to put an album together, like I said right now, I look in the camera and say like, if the time comes where somebody like, where it's like the time is upon me where I feel like I have to and the timing is right, I probably will. But like, to put a collection of work, 10 songs just like properly placed, properly construed, all put together, that's that right there. I understand what they mean by like, 'cause take for granted, Beast Mode and 56 Night had tracks on them jams and shit, but it's like, it was just like
It's a collection of great songs.
Yes, it's not
just more than
an album is more of like
an album with an overarching, like Tyler. Tyler's album is always gonna have an overarching theme. You know what I'm saying? Or Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? Or a Drake. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I mean, and here's the thing too, and I agree with you. But
J. Cole, you know what I'm saying?
But the only thing I can say is because you speak of like I always say, like with music, sometimes we catch up. It's about what we relate to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so I say that to say like, because what's the album you said? Okay, like Beast Mode or no Monster. Mm-hmm. I feel like Future's Monster. Mm-hmm. I feel like that was a conceptual album. Like he was, but I mean, when he started going throwaway and all that shit. Like if you really, but mind you, that's what I'm relate to. Whereas J. Cole, I have no doubt saying like J. Cole one of the best rappers
ever. Just had a J. Cole moment.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Like I thought like I'd be hating on J. Cole, but like Mike finally made me not feel alone because like he be spitting, but like
I just don't relate to it as much, bro.
Damn, bro. I be like, and then the verse like that shit around.
On that specific verse, because he had a verse on the Offset track on Offset's past album. The track's called
whatever it's called.
Whatever it's called, but on the verse, Cole, especially in the first half, he wasn't talking about shit. Like, it just wasn't good.
It was raw.
Well, I mean, it's funny y'all said that shit, bro. That's what like I'm saying. Like, I acknowledge that Drake. I mean, I'm sorry, Drake. That J. Cole is one of the best rappers, but as far as relative, like I like, you know what I'm saying. It don't speak to me as much as other artists do. Now, as an artist, I can still say like, nah, bro, J. Cole rapping his ass off though. He can, you know what I'm saying. But like, at the same hand, how niggas try to say like, oh, he's more lyrical than Future because he talks about this. Well, just because you don't relate to what Future talking about don't mean he any less lyrical. Just because you don't relate to what Kodak Black is talking about don't mean he's any less lyrical. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga, he's not though. Kodak,
Kodak,
and I believe
stay out,
Lil
Kodak.
Big Pop.
Glad they in. Keep Kodak, it like that.
Kodak, when he dropped that, I feel like that's an album that's worthy of being nominated for a Grammy. I felt like that entire just Project Baby type era. Like, a lot of projects. I just shot a nigga now. I felt like I don't know if he did it on purpose. I just felt like he was just in a mode of just making these type of songs when he put the albums together. I don't think he even had the mentality of like, oh, this is gonna be.
I'm thankful for people like Kodak because Kodak is it's not.
Today we gotta talk about it. It's disappointing if we're gonna talk about Kodak. He pled guilty to the sexual.
So I saw that shit
today.
Just today.
I want to believe that he just pled guilty just because he's already had other charges and pleading guilty with just because he's only getting probation. He's not going to name jail time.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just feeling like his lawyer just said, "Hey, this is the best we can do. If you try to fight it,
stay out.
If you try and fight it, Kodak, look in the mirror." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 100%. All means that goes back to what we opened up with. The legal system is not on our side. Now, mind you, I'm not saying guilty, not guilty. I don't know the whatever. I'm not gonna say, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like I know a lot of that shit.
Niggas gonna try and shit on Lamar Jackson for still being cool with him. Nigga, he knows his elementary school.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
What say him and LJ doing?
LJ, young legend out of Pompano.
Yeah. Shout out Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. But now I think
shout out to Project Baby.
The beauty of Kodak and shit, and the reason we like people like that is because another gem for artists, bro. Authenticity sells.
But still, for me, I still be like rooting for niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because I be rooting for niggas to like really glow and grow for real. You know what I'm saying? Like I appreciate where you come from and what you feel like you had to do with the times, but like I be wanting niggas like, what's your taste of it? Get away from that. Like, why are you riding with dirty guns, my nigga? Yeah. You shouldn't be riding with dirty guns.
No, you shouldn't. But now, I understand.
But if shit would have went soft, you could have been
registered weapons at McDonald's. You can get registered weapons.
But I'm a felon. I can't be. No, when you're a felon, you can't have registered weapons. So everything you got
to registered weapons.
Security costs a lot of money.
You got a lot of money. You'll be alright.
But you know how you go broke? Spending a lot of money.
You know how you go broke? Getting locked
up, right?
Lawyer fees.
But
and you lose your freedom.
No, you 100% right. But you everything you say, I agree with.
Yeah.
But I also understand the other side of like, for one,
I know it's not easy, bro.
It's not easy for one. I know one way of living. I come from this way of living. You know what I'm saying?
You were doing armed robberies at 13.
Right. I really come from this way of living. I just got he was at McDonald's and got his shit shot up.
Yeah.
Like I really come from that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's hard to say. It's easy for us to say, go hire security, go do this. You know what I'm saying? Nigga security. I know from nigga security for cheap shit. One security guard, $1,000 a night.
Security knowing that you gotta keep that motherfucker on you at all time. I need double.
You know what I'm saying? They put stuff like what I'm
You
saying.
don't gotta keep them every day with you for your life, but just like if you
But
ever
I'm
feel
li-
like you get into a high risk situation,
But
you're
that's
ever gonna be with a lot of people,
but
go around
but
a lot
Mike,
of people.
when you
security.
well, Mike, when you come from a certain life that you did certain things,
Mhm.
and then you got money, every situation is a high risk situation,
That's
bro.
24 hours a day. That's
No, it comes a point, bro. No, it comes a point,
Bro,
bro.
not in the projects no more.
It don't, bro.
So you mean to tell me, Mike, what you telling me is he can't go to the mall?
That's a situation when you bring up security with you.
What if I want to go to the mall and run him after? That mean you gotta, that's 24 hours, Mike.
But even this, bro, even that too.
Obviously now he gonna be sleeping 8 of them motherfuckers. He good for them 8. But when you wake up, he wake up and wanna go get some from McDonald's, Mike.
But here's what we not.
What happened when he go get some McDonald's?
Because he got shot at McDonald's. Niggas
No, he was leaving the show though. He was leaving the show.
But here's what I'm saying though, bro.
If he just walk, if Kodak wakes up in his suburb home in a suburb neighborhood and wants to go to McDonald's, he can definitely do that.
I mean, Pop Smoke got killed in L.A.
Pop Smoke, rest in peace.
Had a location.
Posted his location.
Right, but I mean, but again,
gang member.
right, but mind you,
that was a robbery.
Big Z,
right, but
that's the big
but
Z.
when you rich,
that's the Zoe of all the
but
Zoe.
when you, that's what I'm saying. But when you, I just understand
Like,
like,
he can't post his address. That could have been Leonardo DiCaprio.
right,
That's a robbery just gone bad. Leonardo DiCaprio posted his address on IG.
and somebody trying to rob him.
No, what it is, Pop Smoke ain't going like no bitch.
But
That's why he died.
We finna up this home, we finna shoot this bitch up.
Yeah, but that's what I understand though. It's like, bro, it's just like, because mind you too, you know what I'm saying, what Chief Keef said, I'd rather be caught with it than be caught without it. Because the time I don't have it on me is the time I get caught slipping.
Chief Keef is a perfect example. Got the fuck to Cali.
Yeah.
Some niggas in Chicago think he a hoe for that. I'll be a hoe.
Oh yeah.
Fucking me with my children.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You can get out of the situation.
It's about winning. I'm with that.
That's what I'm saying. Because when you lose, you cannot win.
You cannot win.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you lose, you cannot win.
That's me.
But I just have sympathy. I just have sympathy because I know too, like it takes us. And mind you, niggas be young too, bro. So
That's
like,
a fact.
you
Young boy,
know what
like
I'm saying? 20, bro. Like, it's hard to tell. You know what I'm saying? I got
King
money.
Von.
I got this. I did this, and
It's like, bro, it's like, I bet you was a shooter.
yeah.
You got money now for real. Like, you're a real musical artist. You can still rap that shit because the shit you went through is valid. But it's like, bro, you shouldn't go back to Oblak, bro.
Right. But mind you, niggas get killed in Atlanta. That's how crazy like.
That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't even be beefing with niggas.
Right. But here's the thing too, bro, and this is the thing I understand too. We say what we want, but nigga, at 2021,
shit moves fast.
I still got my pride. I'm still young, dumb, and full of cum, nigga, with all that shit.
I'm thankful that, like,
you know
the decisions that I made in my 20s.
You know life moves fast when you
Yeah.
do like that too.
Oh,
You know what
God,
I'm saying?
bro.
Bro,
Sometimes
not
it's
even
just
money,
telling
bro.
you,
That's
hey,
just
sit
you.
down and change.
Right.
Sit down and grow. You know what I'm saying? It's hard.
That's just you. That's just
Especially
you
that's
as a
how you
whole,
get
bro.
money.
We all think at a young age we know everything. You know what I'm saying? We know it all.
That's true.
And then, like you said, the money just only adds on. Like you can't tell. Not only do I not do I know it all, but now I got money, so you can't tell me shit.
I ain't gonna lie, as a black man too though, bro, it's like, and I understand this too. As a black man, a lot of times, especially coming from, you know what I'm saying, where people come from, like, sometimes all I got is my pride. There's times when I'm, you know what I'm saying, there's times when I'm so down that literally all I got is that nigga, I stand for this. You know what I'm saying? So especially when you're young, it don't seem like winning me compromising what I stand for, which means me want to stay in. And when I say what I stand for is like, cause I mean, you know what I'm saying, in a certain young age, it's like, no, I'm gonna die, but you gonna steal what? You gonna get a chain? Bitch, I'm gonna die about this hoe. You gotta be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But that's cause it's like, or even like, nigga, I'm in jail. You know, it's gonna be fuck the judge because you can give me time, but I ain't going out like that. I'm not letting you break my spirit.
Yeah.
So with that mentality, bro, sometimes that carries over into the fact that like, I have too much pride to move how everyone say I should move, because that would be me compromising myself.
Mm-hmm.
But look, y'all, we can talk about this shit all day. But this is season 1.2.
Yeah.
And we're gonna try to, you know, keep that time limit down. You know what I'm saying? We running on that limit. So before we get up out of here, is there anything you want to just tell the people, just for not even about yourself, just some knowledge, some wisdom to give to the world?
God bless. Move with empathy, and don't be afraid to open up a book, man. You know what I'm saying? Walk up in the library, Barnes and Noble. There's hellas, you know what I'm saying? Genres and shit you might like. You know what I'm saying? Pop some shit open. You know what I'm saying?
What about you, Herc?
Man, I just want to give shout outs, man. Shout out Dre G, Rares on Earth, Ella Television. Shout out Mike, man. Shout out to Sean Fox. Shout out GTH Novi. Shout out GTHL Patron. I just want to shout out everybody. Shout out Our Side Only Marketing. Shout out Marquivia, man. Just shout out to everybody that's showing love and around with the movement, man. It's God, truth, health. It's love.
That's word up. That's word up.
100.
And, you know, all I got to say is, man, I don't know how to say it without, don't change yourself to put yourself in a position or put yourself in a situation that you want to be, because when you want to go back to being yourself, it may not, you know, it may not even be a part of what you emulate yourself to be. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself in all situations, because you can fuck yourself off trying to be what somebody wants you to be or what people think you should be.
Damn,
just be yourself, bro. That's all I can tell the people, bro.
That's true.
And with that being said, we in the place to be, man. Rares on the Earth Television.
Yeah.
Everybody stay up, stay well.